Good evening, my britches. Little different setup tonight, but I have my camera going. So hopefully we can film this for a little IGTV moment. How's everyone doing tonight? Happy Sunday. Sunday fun day. Yes, bitch. Get ready for the work week. What's everybody up to tonight? Want to make sure everything's working. I'm going to have to keep like checking back and forth with my camera. But I've been saying I wanted to do like a Q&A. That way you guys can like get to know me a little bit, personal level, all that sort of stuff. My worst fear though is doing this and getting no questions. So hopefully you guys help me out a little bit. How's everything looking? Everything looking good? I'm gonna share this really quick, see if there's anybody else that wants to join in. In bed with migraine. Oh, I hope you feel better. What time is it in Australia right now? You guys are what, 14 hours behind us? Right? Yeah, because you're like in my future. Is the lighting better for you guys? Like when I have, like, does this look better than it usually does? Let me know. 10 a.m. Oh my God, 8:06 p.m. here. I don't know who they're yelling at up there. Holy Toledo. Wouldn't be a typical Sunday if the kids weren't yelling at their dad though, right? Hold on, let me just share this really quick and then we'll get into some cues. And then if you guys have any assumptions, watching while I mow my lawn. Yes, girl. That's everything. Everything looks good. Perfect. Does it look better than it usually does, or does it look the same? Because like in my computer, it looks better. Like it looks clearer. But I don't know if that's accurate. You know what I mean? But I just want you guys to know me a little bit better. So ask me your cues. I got a couple on. I had a bunch of them, and I don't know what I did with them. Because I've been saying I wanted to do like a Q&A for a while. And I've never done it. Just because I've tried filming it and doing it at the same time, and it's an epic fail. I figure if I'm actually talking to you guys, we can play off each other. I really like live streams. I'm like living, breathing, and dying for these live streams. So if you guys want to share, do you, boo-boo? I really am from the family eating dinner, watching it. Yes, I love it. I think everything looks good. Oh, cool. Because obviously we're in like a little bit of a different position. I have my camera here and then you guys here. I need to figure out how to like hook up my microphone though, because the audio is what I notice doesn't usually sound good. I have so much commotion going on in my house right now. Oh, hold on. Let me share this really quick. I just saw a question come in. It was about pizza, and I love me some fucking pizza. I'm just gonna share this on my Twitter. We're live. Let's see. Get to know me and answering your assumptions about me. I think the assumptions thing is the best. I think it's so much fun. Okay, got my share on. Okay, so first question. Pineapple on pizza or no? That's a negative for me. Jalapenos though? Yes, bitch. I love jalapenos on pizza. I'm going to do my makeup at the same time. Hold on, I got to flip over my camera and turn on that, make sure we're recording, and then everything that I do in this video, I'll make it so it's on my IGTV. I need to turn like a timer on though for like 25 minutes because my camera always stops. It just times out. So no, pineapple on pizzas. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. That's like, no. I'm always like pepperoni and jalapenos. What the fuck are they doing up there? I don't understand what's going on. So I'm going to do my eyes first. I think I'm going to use do you guys want me to use the It's My Pleasure palette or the Lunar Beauty palette? Because I'm going to use the last shade that I haven't used in my Sydney Gray shadows yet. I still haven't used this one here. So I want to use it. Oh my God, it's so funny how it looks purple there, but to me it looks like magenta. Or like it looks like a different type. Like it looks more like indigo right there, but in person it looks... In person, this shadow looks like this shadow. These shadows are so freaking cool. I love it. Pineapple and jalapenos. I'll have to try that. I love pineapple, but just not on pizza. Like, I don't like it warm. I think that's what it is. I don't like it warm. Have you ever flipped out on a customer at a job? I wouldn't say flipped out, but I've definitely been an asshole for sure. My favorite thing, because I used to work at, oh, my phone's going to keep going off. Wait, let's get this part before I answer any more questions. Lunar Beauty or the It's My Pleasure Color Pop palette? I feel like I just fucked myself because I thought there was more metallics or mattes in this palette, and there's like 2. Let's see. Can we see the 2 palettes? Yes, Bridges! What's up, Kara? So we have this palette and this palette. 1 for Lunar Beauty, 2 for ColourPop. 1, 2. 1, 2. Let me know. Lunar. 1. 1. 1's winning. 1. Okay. We're doing Lunar. I'm using this one a lot lately because I do want to do a follow-up video on that. And then I wanted to use this last Sydney Gray shadow just to make sure before I do like a dedicated video on these. So I actually reached out to Sydney Grace today, and she's going to be doing a discount code for me. For you guys, it's not an affiliate code, but it's a discount code for you guys. I think it's going to be 15% off, so stay tuned for that. Hi, Michelle. What's up, girl? I want to add you as, let's see. I'm gonna be like adding moderators throughout this, like people that I see in my videos all the time, just because I have like 2 and they're not always on here. So if I add you a moderator, it's because I trust you to like monitor comments for me. So we got the wine. We're gonna use Lunar Beauty and then the Sydney Grace eyeshadow. Okay, so flipped out on a customer. I will delete shit as fast as the way. Yes, girl. My favorite thing when I used to be an assistant manager at K Jewelers, and because I was really young at the time, people never really expected me to be like an assistant manager. And if the manager wasn't there, they would always be like, you're in charge. Obviously, you're the manager in charge. So people would come in and be like, I want to talk to the manager, like all irate if I wasn't telling them what they wanted to hear. Because I'm like one of those people, and like the customer is not always right. I am one of those people. So this one in particular, like I will never forget this, because they were like, I want to talk to the manager. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll go get them. I walk in the back room and I walk right back out. I'm like, hi, how can I help you? And they were just like, they were so mad. That was like my favorite thing I ever did, because it was like subtly assholey, but I was like, you're being a blatant dick, so I'm gonna be one right back. Like if you treat me like shit, I'm gonna do it right back. I'm still irresponsible. I love you, Michelle. I'm so glad I found you. I found you. Who did you click? I think it was Nick Snyder. You did when they were all in Vegas. That's how I found you, and now I'm like obsessed with you. That was my favorite memory, though, being an assistant manager at K Jewelers. I was like, oh yeah, 1 minute, I'll go get them. I walk out and I'm just like, hi, how can I help you? And that was my favorite thing. That was probably like the most epic thing I've ever done in my entire life, just because it was like off the fly. I didn't even think about it. Hi from Syracuse. Yes, girl, I'm in Auburn. I think we had this conversation last time, did we? All right, so I'm using my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is like the only thing I ever use anymore. We talked on IG. Yes, it was Instagram. I was gonna say, I know I talked to somebody about, they were in Syracuse. Yep, so I'm in Auburn. I'm in Syracuse all the damn time. Oh yeah, you were the one that saw me at Sephora, right? Yes, bitch. I'm obsessed with this brush right now. This is the Crown Brushes. I got it in BoxyCharm. I use it so much now, I think the number came off. It just says Crown kind of on it. But it looks like this. We got it in BoxyCharm. I love this for foundation. So if you guys have any questions along the way, let me know. The most common question that I get, though, is what do you do for a living outside of YouTube? Because I don't do this full time. You guys probably noticed, because I'm a lot more consistent now, but I'm like notorious for being insanely just inconsistent. I'm trying a lot harder to be consistent now. I'm going to try to keep like turning forward because I have my camera on. So I work, I'm about to blow your guys' minds right now. I swear to God, it's like every time I tell people what I do, they're like, oh my God, no way, that's so cool. And I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. So I work for a steel mill. So it's located here where I live. And we make steel, like rebar, the stuff that you put in like sidewalks and concrete and stuff. We make that. So we make steel, and I run a crane, like an overhead crane. That's what I do. I pick things up and I put them down. So basically how it works, without boring you guys too much, we have like a melt shop where they take scrap steel, they melt it down to make liquid steel, and then they cast it into like 40-foot steel beams pretty much. We call them billets. So what I do is I take those billets with my crane and I pick them up and I stack them in piles. And then we have the other side. So it's like there's the melt shop, and then we go to the roller mill and they roll into like finished product. So I take the steel billets and I give them to the rolling mill. And that's what I do without boring you guys too much. So I run like a 40-ton overhead crane. It's cool. It's like basically running a video game, just a lot more dangerous. If you're like working around it. So I just set my shadow with Too Faced Just Peachy. I just use this because it was right in front of me. And here I thought you were a nurse. Yeah, you were the one that asked me that today. Everybody always is so curious because I do work like a swing shift. So I work 4 on, 4 off. So I personally hate the schedule, but a lot of people like it. We'll work 4 days. We'll have like 4.5 days off, but then we start nights for 4 nights. So we'll always work like 6 in the morning till 6 at night, 6 in the morning till 6 at night, 6 at night till 6 in the morning, or 7 to 7 in some cases. So that's what I do. I run an overhead crane and pick things up and put them down. I thought you were a bartender or a personal trainer. I will be in the future. This is not my for life career that I'm doing right now. I can kind of tell you how I got into doing what I do. My dad actually works for the same company. We actually do the exact same job, which is hilarious. He was the one that actually trained me to do my job. So my father and I work at the same job, doing the same job for the same company. And I applied there because I'm not one of those people that is going to give you the story that I grew up on food stamps. Like I grew up poor. I'm not one of those people. I grew up, I don't want to say privileged, but it was like working class salary. Like my mom was home with me all the time. She went to all my cheer competitions. She went to all my softball games. Like I had a mom that stayed home, and my dad worked at the steel company. So you'll never hear that story from me. Also, basically, I'll kind of finish what I was just saying. So I just basically applied there because I saw the life that my dad was able to provide for us. And I was at the point, like, I went to college. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. And I'm like, why am I wasting my money and my time doing this when I still don't know? Like, I was in college, and I'm like, I have no idea what I want to do. Why the fuck am I wasting my money? So I just applied there on a whim. And then that's actually how Shannon and I met. So Shannon's my husband, if you guys didn't know that. He used to work there. And we knew of each other there. We kind of met there. He was the biggest asshole. And we just met outside of work one night, and then the rest is history. That's what a lot of people ask me about, is Shannon too. So if you guys got questions about him, I was like, you want to come down and do this with me? He's just like, no, not tonight. I'm like, fine, whatever. Let's see. What is your favorite thing about each of your kids? So I have stepkids. My favorite thing about, let's see, because Evan he'll be 16 this year, and then Jocelyn she'll be 7 in actually like next month. My favorite thing about Jocelyn is she's so much like me. Like her personality is very much like me, and she's still like carefree and silly and goofy, and we have equal like loves for makeup and everything. Like we click. And my favorite thing about Evan is he's into like the same things. He's at like a funny age though. It's weird because I mean he's a teenager, so he's off doing his own thing. He's very responsible, and he's like one of those kids that he's really good in school. You pretty much don't have to worry about it. Like he still gets in trouble, which all kids will, But I don't know, he's very level-headed, so that I'm very thankful for. I think Jocelyn's going to be our problem child when she gets older because she's such a spitfire. Like, she's so much like me. It's so weird. And it's just they're so much fun though. Let's see. Okay, your job sounds awesome. Like, I have different desires in life. It's I have a very good job. I mean, it's been able to provide me with everything. Like, it supports my family. It's just me personally, like, it's a job. It's not a career for me. So I have other things going on that some people know about that, like I said, it's just not like it's not what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life is what I'm doing right now. Let's see. Michelle, do you work outside of YouTube? Sorry, but I'm curious about Michelle too. I know. I'm curious about Michelle too. I want to know more about her. I fucking love Michelle. Michelle, I'm telling you, we're coming to Vegas in April. I want to meet you when I come to Vegas. That needs to happen. What are some assumptions you guys have about me? I had one. It was actually from Sarah, if she's still on here. She's like, my assumption about you is that you genuinely don't give a fuck about what people think about you. And I'm like, you nailed that one. How did you guess? That's probably like my favorite trait about myself is I'm unapologetic and I'm not afraid to be who I am, whether people like it or not. But yeah, I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks about me at all. Let's see. Yes, Vegas, baby. Yes, girl. I'm going to Vegas in a week. Oh my God. Where are you staying? Where are you staying? What are you doing? Where are you eating? Like, Michelle, I need like the ins and outs of Vegas because we're trying to get it's going to be my 30th. So, well, there you go. I'm going to be 30 next year. And I'm trying to live my best fucking life. Literally wish I could give less of a fuck. I've really never been the type to really care that much about what people think, at least like in my mind. Like, I can't remember a time that I was just like, well, I probably shouldn't do this because this person might feel this way. I'm just like, no, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. I think it probably depends too. Like, I'm not going to say I don't give a fuck about in like every situation, because obviously I give a fuck about like what my parents think, in some aspects. But at the end of the day, I'm a grown ass adult. I can make my own decisions type deal. Sarah, you're still a baby though. I didn't realize how young you were until I was watching your video today. Her and I were talking about doing a collab today because she has like the polar opposite skin of me. Like, she has acne, like cystic acne, which I've struggled with acne in the past, but she has the cystic acne, and she was talking about how she's like overcome how she deals with that pretty much. And she has oily skin. So I messaged her. I'm like, hey, we should collab because I think it'd be really helpful for you guys. Like, she recommended, she's like, oh yeah, if we did like a foundation review or something, that way you guys could see like what two people with two different skin types, like the differences. Or I thought it would be cool to do like either like swapping makeup routines or just comparing our makeup routines, whatever. I just thought it would be really cool to get, because I'm combo skin. I'm more like normal. I would say like normal combo, and she's oily. So I don't know. I thought that would be a cool little concept to add into our channel. And she's local to me. And she's a baby. She's only 20. Hey, homie, what's up, girl? Let's see. I assumed you were younger than me. I'm only a year younger than you. No, I'll be 30. Let's see. Vegas is fun. I know. That's why I'm coming there, girl. Mirage, then Luxor, then Mandalay Bay. We got scammed and they tried to double. Oh, shit. We were there a year ago or 2 years ago. We stayed at the Flamingo. I think that's where we're going to stay this time because it has the atmosphere that we really look for. We're like, we want to party when we go, especially because we're trying to get like a big group of our friends and family to go. So we want to live our best fucking lives. And then when we went there the last time, we got there on, I think it was a Saturday. And we never been to Flamingo before. And this was like our first time going together. Like, I think that was the first time me and Shannon went together. And then my brother-in-law went too. And we did California before because my cousin got married. So we did California, then we drove to Vegas. And then when we got there, we're like, oh yeah, the pool's popping. Like the music was loud. Flo Rida was playing at the fucking pool. I want to do Flamingo. It's really run out. See, we loved it. We stayed there the last time. It's been newly renovated. Or somewhat newly renovated. But we kind of look at it like, we're never in the room, so we don't really give a shit like what the rooms look like. We go for more like the experience. And then we also looked at Caesars because we want like the hangover effect, you know? Like the movie Hangover. Love that movie. We just watched it the other day. But I like Flamingo because it's like dead smack right in the center of the strip. And it's so close to everything. That's the only reason why we haven't stayed at like Luxor and Mandalay Bay. They're so far on the ends. I like to be dead smack in the center. So those are the ones we're looking at. It's like Caesars, Bellagio, Flamingo. We'll probably end up at Flamingo though. Caesars is fun. So we went there. We're like, it kind of seemed like it was. We saw like a lot of older people. So we're like, I don't know if that's like, I don't know. Like we like the younger environment, I guess you could say. But like when we walked through Caesars, it was like midday. There was like nobody at the pool. So I'm like, oh, maybe not. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. Let's see. I assume you don't want more kids. I have no desire to have children. You love Cosmopolitan. I actually have this one girl I know I know her like on Instagram. She's always staying there, and she told me, she's like, you would love it there. Maybe we'll stay there. Because that's a little bit more like Lux, right? But back to the whole kids question. Everybody gives me shit. When are you having kids? When are you having kids? When are you having kids? And I'm just like, first of all, Shannon's had a vasectomy, okay? So if we decide that we want to have kids, we have to go through a whole shitstorm of a process. And that happened before, like I knew he had that done before we got together. And I was fine with that. And when we first met, he's like, oh, do you want me to get it reversed or whatever? And we've always looked at it like, you know, there's a pretty good chance that we won't, just because that's a pretty high, like, probability with that procedure that you won't get pregnant. But I was like, you know what? If it happens, it happens, and it was meant to happen. I don't want to have to worry about it. So no, you like keep your situation the same. And then again, I've never had that desire to have children. And I was lucky enough to have, like when I met Shannon, he had just turned 8 and Jocelyn wasn't even born yet. So it's like, I got to have a kid without actually having to have one. Like I've essentially raised Jocelyn as a step parent. Like their mother's obviously still in the picture. So she did most of the raising. But it's like I got to have like that whole experience of like a newborn and everything. And I have nephews. It's like, I don't know. I just don't have that desire. Like, I don't know. I'm just not one of those people. I'm like, oh yeah, like my dream is to be a mom. I'm just not. If anything, I'm just like, no, I'm too selfish. And I'm not ashamed to admit that. And I honestly think like I get so like, especially when Jocelyn was younger, I would get like jealous if Shannon was showing them more attention than me because I was so spoiled. I blame him. He spoiled me. But it's like, I can recognize that I don't like sharing my husband. And like, we love each other so much. And I'm just like, I couldn't deal. And the only thing really to fight about is like how we parent together. Like his parenting is so different than mine. And I'm just like, we would fight so hard if we had our own. Because like in the situation now, like I could take that step back because like there's 3 of us that have to make a decision, but primarily like they're with their mother. So it's like we have them not as often as we'd obviously like to. But it's like when we get them, we get to like have fun, and it's like, I don't know. It just seems like that's how it is. It's like we have all the fun together, and then when they go back to their moms, usually it's like during the school year. So it's like when they go back to their moms, it's like, okay, back to, doing what you're supposed to do as a kid, like going to school and all that shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I just still don't have that desire. That's the only thing that I ever consider. I'm like, I feel this way now. Maybe I'll regret it when I get older, not doing it. But like right now, I'm just like, no, I'm just not ready. I just don't want that. And then with everything that we have going on, I'm like, no, it's like the timing couldn't be worse. Like if I got pregnant, I would be like pissed right now, just because of how much shit we have going on. And we're just busy people. Like he has his business that he's doing. I have my new business going. We're like totally remodeling a commercial building for another business that we're doing. It's like we have a lot of shit going on. Yeah, I completely agree, Kara. And it's like when people give me shit for it, I'm just like, oh, so you'd rather me have a child when I'm telling you I'm not ready to, or like if I don't have a desire to, but then I get the, oh, it's different when it's your own. I'm like, yeah, I don't doubt that, but I love the ability to spoil kids and love them as my own. But then when I don't want to deal with their shit, I could be like, go back to your mother's, like, bye. Like, it's just, in my world, we have the perfect situation just for what I want. Even what Shannon wants. Like, he doesn't have like, he makes comments once in a while, like, oh, we should have one, because we're like the couple that should be having children. Like, we would be having kids because we love each other, not just because we got pregnant on accident or something like that. So it's like, ideally, we would be the type of couple that should be having kids, but we're making the decision not to, just because, we have other goals and other things that we want to do. And, quite frankly, a kid would jeopardize a lot of it. And not saying that we couldn't do the things that we want to do with kids. It would just be a lot fucking harder. Like, I already have enough time trying to organize my time and all that shit. We don't need a kid to throw in the mix right now. I'm the same. I'm 39, and for me, I was going to have kids. Exactly. That's the only thing. I'm like, man, I hope I don't regret it when I get older. But at the same time, no regrets. And honestly, like the way that society is now, the way that kids are now, I'm like, it's like terrifying seeing the examples that are led for these children. Like, we have people online putting animals in dryers and turning it on. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's the shit that these kids are learning to be acceptable. And that's where it's like, oh God. And it's so common, especially like where I live. It's like there's so many people out there that are like just having kids because they're just not being responsible. Like, not having protected sex and stuff like that. Like, they're just being foolish, quite frankly, and irresponsible. And it's like, I wouldn't want my kids growing up in a society like I see right now. Not that I couldn't like teach my kid differently, but it'd be real fucking hard. Because I even notice it like with my nephews and our kids now. Like, luckily they're smart, but there's a lot of not smart kids. Oh my God, we've already been on here for a half hour. God damn. I gotta restart my camera. Hold on. I'm probably so out of the thing. Oh my God. Because I'm trying to film this at the same time so we can do like a IGTV with it. We'll see if it's an epic fail or not. So you'll probably see my lips moving, but you might not be able to make out the words. I'm deaf. Do we got another cue or assumption? Oh, I know Kara. Kara had an assumption for me. Kara, you commented again? What's your favorite movie? Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast, my all-time favorite. Other than that, there's so many that I love. I'm like a huge movie buff. Like, I live my best life movie quoting all day, every day. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my eyeshadow right now. What palette are you using? This is the Lunar Beauty Strawberry Dream palette so far. I'm just like tapping and winging this right now. Let's see, you're 100% confident and you don't have any insecurities. That's completely false. Excuse me. I'm confident to an extent. I have a lot of insecurities when it comes to like my body. Not that I don't love my body or anything like that. It's just like I look at some women, I'm just like, oh my God, I would kill to have that body. Like I desire like a strong body. Like when I saw so much hate, I posted this on Twitter. When I saw people coming for Mikey or Glam and Gore about her fitness progress, like body shaming her, I was mind blown about that. But it's like that would be, I would never look like that. Like my body would never look like that. But I would love to have like just a physically fit body. I've always been thick. Even in like the best shape of my life when I was in softball, like I used to be a heavy like softball player, cheerleader. Like I did all-star cheerleading and everything. Even in the best shape of my life, I've never been thin. I've always been thick. So it's like I always love that about my body, but I would just love to have like a rock solid body. Like one that you would look at me and be like, I'm not gonna fuck with her. I assume that you are motivated out of a genuine desire to connect with people and not for fame and money. Absolutely. That is 100% correct. But my biggest insecurity is like my body's just not there. And I like constantly let myself down because I always like will start programs and I try to lead like a really like healthy lifestyle. But then I posted this a while ago on Insta story. Like I've come to the realization like I binge eat, and that was something I never really knew was like a thing. And then I forget what the hell I was listening to one day. It was like everything they were saying. I'm like, I'm a binge eater. Like it's so weird because I will go so hard. Like I wish I could be more committed to like a fitness lifestyle. And I always let myself down in those aspects. I'm always like, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to, like, I still think like I look sexy, but I want to look sexier. You know what I mean? And I just wish that I had the motivation to actually do it and commit to it and not let myself down all the time with those goals. But I'm just not there yet. And that's where I try not to really stress myself out about it anymore. Like now I'm just like, it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. But I'm really I am so quick to be like, oh, it's because my job. It's because of this. I always have excuses for it. But I don't really feel like anybody on this planet is somebody that doesn't have any insecurities. I feel like every single person has at least some sort of insecurity. And if they don't, I want to know who the fuck that is. So I feel like even the most confident people still have something. Let's see. Binge eaters in the house. I know. I'm like following so closely with your journey because I'm so just intrigued by it. So I'm just like, oh my God, could I? Like me, I would be like, I couldn't do that. But I feel like, I don't know, that's where I'm like, I feel like I have the personality to like commit to it. It's just, I don't know why I just don't. Like, I get to a point, I'm like, I don't feel like doing this anymore. And it's only really like that with like fitness. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, that would be, I would say, my number one insecurity is just not, I'm just not in the best place with the way that my body looks right now. Like right now, my body's probably the worst it's looked in a while. But I still know, I'm like, it's not that bad, you know? But in the same regard, I'm not healthy by any means. Like, I eat like shit. So that's where I actually I reached out to one of my friends. I went to high school with her. She's like a trainer. She has like body goals. I'm like, I want to have your body, but I don't have your dedication. And I reached out to her. I'm like, I just need to find something that works, because I'm so easy to have excuses like, oh, I'll just do it later, or oh, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll do this tomorrow. And I'm like, should I try a trainer? I said something to Shannon. I'm like, should I just try it? Because maybe if I have like somebody counting on me to show up, maybe I would do it. But then I'm like, what will I though? I don't know. I feel like I just need to really find that headspace, and then it will just click. Because I keep telling myself, I'm like, I want to have a bomb ass body that I'm proud of by the time we go to Vegas. But I said the same thing when we went to wherever the hell it was the last time we went. Not Dominican, because that was very, very, very last minute. I just keep fucking this up every time I touch it. I'm such a people pleaser. I'm so desperate for gold stars. I'll rock the shot. Start small. I know, and I tell myself to do that, and I just don't. I fucking suck. Using the fire brain to have less on. Holy shit! Good for you. See, that's for me. Like, I just need to make healthier choices. And if I made healthier choices, I would get to the goals that I would want to be at, but I just don't. I'm just like, no, just give me a pizza. It's because I'm so unorganized, quite frankly, that I have the worst time management. That's my problem. Like, I always will make excuses like, oh, I don't have time. Like, I have to sit on here for 37 minutes and put on makeup and talk to you guys. I could have 37 minutes to do the same damn thing, just do like a workout program. Like, that's just where my priorities, I just need to, if it's something bad, I need to make sacrifices in some places. You know what I mean? But I just choose not to. And that's where I was really loving doing like the workouts at home, because they were fast, convenient, and it was like, to me, it worked really well because I felt like I was getting a better payoff. But I get so easily distracted. I'll be like, oh, I'll just do it later, and then I won't fucking do it. Oh, thanks for tuning in, Steph. Hope your migraine goes away. It's hard to find self-motivation to push hard when you find it. I know, right? Watch the fuck out. Maybe it'll get there eventually, but we'll see. What we got next? What other cues or assumptions? So I'm going to take the Sydney Grace eyeshadow. Stay tuned, because I will be having a code for these. Beauregard. I probably didn't need to cut my crease for these, but I did it anyways. I'm going to use my MAC 242. I'm telling you, I'm fucking obsessed with these right now. And I just keep using them because I want to review them for you guys, but I'm pretty sure you guys are all going to know what I think about them anyways. But I just wanted to make sure I used all of them before I go popping off at the mouth. But I'm with it. What other questions did I get? I'm trying to think. Hold on. Let me think. I got a ton about my job. And that was the last time that I asked. Because, like I said, I've been saying I was going to do one of these forever. And then I just wouldn't. Because I would try to film it, and it would be a fail. I really hope this IGTV works out for me right now. Let's see. What brand would you most like to collab with? Hourglass. Hourglass would be my number one. Makeup Geek. I said that in my last one. Hourglass, Makeup Geek. Simply because Hourglass would be my number one, because I feel like they're so consistent and their products are unmatched. And I genuinely feel they're like a high-end brand that's worth every fucking penny. And I just love the results that I get from their products. And they're just not pumping out products just to make some coin. They're not just collabing with a bunch of influencers to make money. Like, they're mindful of their consumers. They're mindful, like, their quality is important to them. At least I feel the same way with Makeup Geek. Like, it would be a brand like that actually shows that they care about their consumers and their products and not just pump shit out left and right. Let's see. Hourglass is my jam. Even Charlotte Tilbury is getting up there. Like, I have her on the same level as like Hourglass, because it's just everything I try, I feel like it's just a bomb product, and it's just nice. And I'm like the type of person, I genuinely feel like you get what you pay for with makeup. So I don't mind spending more money on like high quality products, because to me it's worth it. I actually want to I saw, who the fuck was it? It was Karen. Karen did a video. It was like the bougie makeup tag. I loved it. I want to do that tag. I was going to do the hero tag that Michelle created. But when I was watching, I'm like, I don't think I have the products like in my possession that I would refer to. Like, I was trying to think of a bunch of different things, and I'm just like, I don't know. Let's see. I went to the Charlotte Tilbury store yesterday. My wallet blew up and blank. Which brand would you remove from Sephora, and which brand would you add to Sephora? Ooh, that's a good question. Brand I would add to Sephora. A brand I would remove from Sephora would be ColourPop, because I feel like that just, right? They're still available at Sephora, right? I just feel like that, like, when I think of Sephora, I don't think of like drugstore or even like remotely close to drugstore products. I think of Ulta, because they have that, like, they still have high-end products, but they have, I think Ulta, I think like process of elimination, like you compare drugstore to high-end in one place. Sephora, I don't get that. I think of higher-end products when I think of Sephora, right? So ColourPop's still at Sephora, right? I'm going to try and think of this. I filmed a bougie tag last night. Yes, girl! ColourPop is only at Ulta's in Cali. I think it's like Sephora online. I could be wrong. I'll say another one just in case. Let me think. Hold on. That's a really good question. I love that. Brand I would add to. I'm like doing the process of elimination, like what brands I buy from that aren't available there. Because Lunar Beauty's available there. What do you like? What are some that you guys think? I'm really curious now. That was such a good question. I honestly wish that like Ulta and Sephora worked together, and it's like if one sold a brand, the other didn't. So like that's how I shop, like sales, especially like the Sephora VIP sale coming up. I'll do a video on this. I never shop for products that I could buy at Ulta at Sephora. I'd remove the F and Lululemon crap. Oh, I know. I forgot about that. I think like the concept of it is cool, but that to me makes sense to be in Sephora. But like to me, it wouldn't make sense to be in Ulta. You know what I mean? I'd probably remove The Ordinary, because I feel like that would better fit Ulta than Sephora, just because of the price point. I know I'm going to think of one after and be like, oh yeah. I honestly feel like I would add Jeffree Star because the quality of his products are really nice. And I know some people won't agree with that, like as far as like adding him to Sephora. But I feel like if you just look at the brand itself, like the products itself, he has inclusivity. I think there's areas that could be improved on, but I genuinely feel like his brand I think would make sense to be available in Sephora. So I probably remove the Ordinary and add Jeffree Star, I think. Let's see. Would you try something from another country? Oh, hell yeah. We don't have, oh my God. Your life's about to fucking change when you get an Ulta. Because that's exactly how I shop. If it's available, like brands like Too Faced, Tarte, I always buy them at Ulta because their point system is so much better. Sephora's point system is a little bit better now, but I still prefer Ulta over Sephora just for the point system. I feel like I get more consistent products though at Sephora. That's why I say like I'm a firm believer like you get what you pay for in makeup in a lot of situations, you know? We don't have either. Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah, I think that was such a good question. You go Glen Coco on that one. Resident Phase product. Yeah. I would love to see Makeup Geek and Ulta. We'll do it with Ulta too. I would add Makeup Geek to Ulta. And I think I would remove like Kylie Cosmetics because I hate seeing that in store. That would just be my first thought, I think. But I know there's another one that I could think of. Yeah. But I would love to see Makeup Geek. I love the fact that they're available at Target, but I have yet to see them in my Target. I just think Makeup Geek's such a good fucking brand. I love them. I can't. You watch. Mark my words. When that rebrand happens, if I'm not broke as a joke by them, because who knows what the state of my bar will be at that point. Trust me, when I say if I have the means to ball the fuck out on that rebrand, I will. You guys should just start watching my videos now so I can get AdSense so I can save it for the Makeup Geek rebrand because I fucking love Makeup Geek. Simply for the fact that they're mindful of their consumers and they produce really great quality, consistent products. Like consistency for me with makeup is huge. That's where I'm so much more selective about. I keep opening my drawer looking for a freaking makeup wipe and I don't know where they went. Here. Some right there. Bam. Their shadows are so good. Their foiled shadows are everything. Everything. I love Makeup Geek. I would love to wear them someday. Hello from Canada. Hi. I feel like I have to say purple because I feel like that looked the best on me. I want to do like mint green, I think. Next. That's why I'm keeping my hair blonde. Like I totally have gone back to brown by now. If I didn't plan on doing another crazy color, like I get so many comments. People are like, why don't you just go back to your natural color? I'm like, oh no. I loved being like in my town, people don't do colored hair like that. So it was like when you saw me, you knew it was me. I love that. And then I also loved getting like the crazy looks, especially from like older people. They were just like, I loved it. I plan to sell a kidney or something for the makeup. I know. So much Makeup Geek. I can't wait for that rebrand. Cannot wait. That's one thing too that really like told me a lot about certain influencers. We'll kind of talk about this really quick. It was like as soon as Makeup Geek, like everybody was diehard Makeup Geek, and it was like as soon as they stopped, I don't even know if they paid, but it was like as soon as they started making money, you never heard about Makeup Geek anymore. And some people will say it's like, oh, they just didn't come out with anything new, which I get that. But that doesn't change the fact that they didn't have bomb products, because they do, especially their eyeshadows. No, instead everybody just started talking about other brands that we're not supporting anymore. Okay, we won't talk about that anymore. We're going to get to know me more. Any other question for me? Because we still have a long way to go. Don't leave me hanging on the questions, okay? What's your favorite thing to do with your husband? Or, well, what's your favorite thing to do in your free time with your husband? What do you think? We love to vacation. That's probably our favorite thing to do, amongst other things. But I would say that would probably be the appropriate thing to say. That's one thing you probably don't see from my videos. I'm like very inappropriate, and I love it. Like, I don't think if like we're in the group of like our friends and stuff, sex always comes up. That's just we're all just utterly inappropriate. It's just funny to us. It always just becomes a conversation. Oh, where's my Ardency inliner? I haven't seen that in a minute, and that's kind of concerning because that was my favorite black eyeliner. I need to go through my makeup collection. I guess we'll use this. Nope, that's brown. Hold on. I guess we'll use this, the Moodstruck from Unique. Let's see. How's it going today? It's going well. I worked today, so I'm not there anymore, so that's a positive. Other than that, everything's good. Which product hyped up by influencers did you buy, try, and think was the biggest fail? I'm trying to think. Hold on. Let me ponder that for a second. I'm trying to think of like all the things that I bought like solely because an influencer recommended it. I'm like so out of the camera angle right now. I know it's gonna hit me like a ton of bricks when I think of it. Urban Decay is like standing out to me right now, but I'm trying to think of what it was. I'm not going to say Morphe because I used to really like Morphe products. I feel like it's their more recent ones that I'm just like, why the fuck are people losing their minds over this shit when it's not what it's being said? But I know it wasn't them. I'm pretty sure it was something Urban Decay. Kara. Yes. I'm a 13-year-old boy art. True story. I just love you more. I know. I know. I'm like, we just were talking to each other. We're like, that's like the biggest positive is that we found each other from the Jaclyn Hill shit. I'm trying to think. What the hell was it? I need to think some more. And then, like, Urban Decay stands out to me. And then I feel like there was a foundation that I was just, oh, Marc Jacobs Remarkable. That was fucking horrible. That's it. That's the number one. It was so hyped up. Everybody's saying how they loved it. And I was just like, what the fuck? It was horrible. That was one of the worst foundations still I've ever used. That's the one. Marc Jacobs Remarkable. Or was it Remarkable Foundation? Or it was in like the packaging like this. Was it the Remarkable Foundation? No, it wasn't Remarkable. Shameless Foundation. Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation. let's see, what brand of makeup brushes are your favorite? I need to get some good eye brushes. Eye brushes, I'm still expanding my horizons. I really like the Smashbox and Sephora Pro brushes. But I'm actually currently in the same boat as you are, looking for new brushes. So I'm going to be trying, hopefully, Smith Cosmetics, Scott Barnes. Is it Nefer? I think that was another company that I've been hearing raved about lately. Wang Goss. So I'll let you know in the future. Because I made the decision that I'm going to literally throw out all of my Morphe stuff. Because I just don't want to promote them any longer anywhere. When did you start loving and wearing makeup? I started loving makeup. I was probably 20. How old am I now? 29? I was probably like 22 when I became obsessed with YouTube. And I found Jenny69. I don't remember what the hell I was watching. I was looking for something on YouTube, and I came across Jenny69, and I fucking just was, I thought she was so beautiful. And her transformations, I was just fascinated. I'm like, I need to learn how to do makeup just like her. So I just started watching her, and then I found Manny through her, and then all the rest is history. So I found Manny like before Jacqueline even, because I think I found Jacqueline through Manny, I think. So thanks a lot, Manny, for that. Thanks a lot, Manny, for introducing me to the person that broke my heart. I'm totally kidding. Relax. Refer, yes. Have you tried Valera? No. I have not. I've actually never even heard of them before. This eye look's taking me incredibly long. It's because I genuinely have no idea what, I'm just like winging it. Living my best life. Living my best life. What hobby do you have besides YouTube? I have a lot. But I would say makeup is the biggest one. What other hobbies do I have? I work a lot. So I don't really have hobbies outside of really makeup. I work. And if I'm not working, I'm working. And if I'm not working, I'm starting another business or something. Like I got so much shit going on right now. But I'm just planning for my future. They have amazing eye brushes. I'll have to try them. I'm trying a new theory tonight with these magnetic lashes. If you guys missed that video, I'll leave it up there probably for you. If I remember to tag it after. If not, I'll just leave it in the description box. I just did a video on this. It was my last video. It was 2 days ago. About these magnetic eyeliner eyelashes. But I noticed after the last time I wore them, because I told you I'm going to keep you guys updated. So this will be time number 3 that I'm wearing these. I wore them out when we went out for our anniversary. They wore flawlessly. But I noticed when I took them off, I had irritation where the liner was. Like you could tell, like when I had everything wiped off, you could tell where I had the liner. So it was like, it was red and it was raised a little bit. So I don't know if it's like an allergic reaction or if it's because I applied 2 layers. I'm trying it tonight just using 1 layer to see if that is better for me. But they wore better than my lashes that I wear, like when I wear them with glue. And they were so comfortable. They're like, for being dramatic lashes, they're very lightweight. I'm really liking them. That was just the only thing I'm like, I messaged Sabrina. I'm like, hey, just so you know, like something I'm experiencing is on my lash line. I just noticed that. It's not anything like super intense or anything like that. That's why I was just like, okay, I'll just try doing one layer. And if it still sticks, because that's what it feels like, because you're applying it, you're letting it dry, and then you're applying more on top of it and letting that dry. So it's like a cakey layer right on a sensitive area. So that's where I'm like, I'm just going to try it with one layer and see how that works. Assumption, you love scary movies. And which is your favorite? I like scary movies. I don't like go off over them. Like scary shit though, like Halloween stuff terrifies me. I fucking hate it with like my entire being. We did, what was it? Halloween Horror Nights in Universal last year. Was it last year? I did a vlog on it. I hated my entire life while we were there because that shit just terrifies me. It was like, it was quite a few years ago. It was probably like 10 plus years ago at this point. They started doing these fright nights at this place in my hometown. It was like the cool place to go. All the kids would go there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll try this shit out. Mind you, I hate hayride, like haunted hayrides. Hate them with my whole entire existence. So I'm like, whatever, I'll try this shit. I saw, I wasn't sure if it was like a fake thing or not, but I saw like somebody that was dressed up in the Fright Night thing. Like, so it was like a haunted house pretty much. I saw a kid get thrown through the wall. And I was like, nope, not today. Peace out, motherfuckers. I am out of this bitch. No, I've never liked that stuff. Like, I don't get a thrill from it. It fucking terrifies me. And I always get terrified because I'm like, I don't know these people that are in there. And I'm just like, don't fucking touch me. If they don't touch it, it's cool, which in Universal they don't, but it was still terrifying. I hated every single minute of it. Shannon loved it. It was so cool and so much fun. But I was like shitting my pants the entire time. Like that was like the first time I've ever experienced like full blown anxiety because I was just like, oh, it was so bad. Even Shannon, he's like, I've never seen you like this. And I'm like, I'm just so beyond uncomfortable. And it's just, I don't like being scared, but I like scary movies. I love like Halloween. I like those ones, but I'm not like a thrill seeker. Like in those aspects at all. No, thank you. Let's see. Love magnetic liner and lashes. I'm loving them too because they're so much easier on my eyes. What are your thoughts on BeautyCon? I'm hearing so many negative things, but I don't know what to believe. What's going on? What's the dealio? What's the tea? I haven't heard anything. I still haven't been to like a beauty event. I'm dying to go. I wanted to go to New York, but I can't. I have weddings all that weekend. Go figure. But I wanted to go. But I haven't heard anything. What's going on with BeautyCon? Haunted hayrides are the things that would be perfect for exactly. And that's like all that I think. Every time I go through one of those, I'm like, somebody could kill me so easily and nobody would even know like immediately. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm just like, nope. No, thank you. And like Evan, my stepson, he loves that shit. Shannon loves that shit. I'm just like, no, I'll wait in the car. You guys have fun. Yeah, like they do like the Fright Night at the fair and everything. I'm just like, oh no. I'll wait to make sure you come out alive. Oh, that shit terrifies me. That got real deep real quick. That's how much I don't like that shit. Went to a haunted house in New Haven. I believe it was so scary. I was all done. My friend came out crying. Yeah, it was so weird like that. You can even see it in that vlog. Like, I look so uncomfortable, and it's because I was terrified. And then on top of that, they had a Marilyn Manson concert at Universal too. So everybody's walking around in like the typical Marilyn Manson stuff. Like, no hate towards people that support that, but it's like they have like all these chains all over them, and it's just like, it definitely didn't help my situation. Apparently, people were mean to Thomas Halbert and some influencers with 100K and was told that wasn't a real influencer or some shit. Thomas Halbert, though, he did some pretty shitty things, though. So I'm like, karma might be on his side or not be on his side for that one. Like the shit he was trying to do with Jeffrey. This is again me being way too attached. That's why I was like talking about the whole PR searches and shit like that. I feel like it's turning this community into places that it's just like it's so nasty and it just is all about follower count and it's so fucking annoying. He wasn't a wait. Thomas Albert, some influencer with 100K was told she wasn't a real influencer. What the fuck? Manny and yeah. I did see the stuff on Twitter. What the fuck? People need to get over their high horses. All right, so let's try these with one layer. I need a smaller mirror. So this is one layer of that liner. Normally I do two, or normally the past 2 times that I've used these, I've done 2 because that's what's recommended. I did use the anchors the last time that I used these as well. Just to make sure they didn't go nowhere while I was wearing them. I don't know if one layer will be good enough though for these. Oh, there they go. There we go. They're on there now. So I take these little anchors. I'll show you because I didn't show you the last one. That's like you magnetize them underneath. And it's like it puts it right in there. And again, I still didn't do freaking mascara. I did that the last time. What the hell? Throwing off my whole shit. Oh well, with these I don't really need mascara anyways, but yeah, so it's like now they feel perfect. Put the other one on. So first time trying the one layer, I think it could work. It seems like it's not on in some places though. Yeah, but it's not going anywhere though. Try this side. I'm like so fascinated by these. Look how easy that is. I love it. Take my other anchor. Whoop. I got so much shit going on right now. Kind of screwed this one up yesterday. I need to start using like a little tool with these instead of my fingers, but whatever. Bam. Yeah, they feel all right. Oh, no, this one's not sticking as good. So you might need 2 layers if you want like a little bit more security, I think. Oh yeah, that pulls right off. So yeah, I don't think 1 layer is gonna work. This anchor is totally fucking me up though. I need to just ditch that one because that one got all fucked up yesterday. Let's try it again. Yeah, it's like it sticks in some places, but it's not as secure. It doesn't feel like the last time I wore these, they were not budging. They didn't go nowhere. So I feel like for this, like makeup tutorials and shit, this would be fine. But if I'm wearing them out, you're going to want to do 2 layers of that liner. Where is the package? Because I need another anchor. Since I screwed that one up. Let's see. I'll get back to my questions in just a minute. Hold the phone for me. Yeah, it feels better right now, but I still think it feels more secure when you have 2 layers. I am noticing I'm getting a little bit more fallout with this Sydney Gray shadow. This is the Beauregard shade. That was just like all over my schnoz. Okay, questions. Let's see. What was your first tattoo and how old were you when you got it? I love talking tattoos. My tattoos are like conversation starter for me. My first tattoo was this one right here. No, was it this one? Yeah, I think it was this one. Drifters. It was me and 2 of my friends. We were supposed to all get it together, and I was the retard that went first. And I ended up being the only person that got it. But now when I look at it, I think of my senior year in high school when I was 18 years old, and I had 2 best friends, and we lived our best lives. And one of them, I don't really talk to that often. Like, we're still friendly and everything, but she just doesn't live local anymore. The other one, she doesn't live here anymore either. But with her, it's like when we see each other, I guess we're both friends are like this. It's like when we see each other, it's like we don't miss a beat. But I haven't seen my one girlfriend in a really long time. Like, it's been a while. I saw my other friend a couple months back, and it was like we went to lunch, we caught up, and it was like no time had passed. But yeah, I was the only one that got that tattoo, and that's probably the only one I wish I had done differently. Well, no, not the only one. But now that I have like Beauty and the Beast on this side, I wish this wasn't on this side. I wish this was in a different spot, because it's still important to me, because it still represents my friends at the time, and it takes me back to that place. But as far as should I have gotten it, probably not. But do I regret it? No, just because in the end it still represents something special to me. You know. Let me use we're going to use this oldie but a goodie, the Better Skin Maybelline Concealer. This is probably so expired. Wowza. I need to just go through my collection. Yeah, like I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm getting like fallout all over of that purple shade. That Beauregard. And I didn't notice that with the other multi-chromes. That kind of sucks a little bit. I'm on the Jeffrey Thomas beef. I'm out of the loop. Basically, it was like Thomas tried to befriend Jeffrey. Or was it? Did Manny have anything? I don't know. It was like Jeffrey tried to befriend, or Thomas tried to befriend Jeffrey to gain information to expose him. I want to say it was because of like what he did to Manny or whatever. Or to James. I don't know. Like, it was all like part of Dramageddon. Our Drama Channel friends, they covered it for sure. But it was like, yeah, that's real shitty that you did that. And Jeffrey was just like, oh, here's the receipts. At least that's like how I remember it. I remember because I don't follow Thomas because of that, because you showed how much like a true shitty person that you are after that. And I get it, he's young. I can't remember the exact details, but he tried like befriending somebody to expose Jeffrey for being racist or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I gotta turn this down a little bit because it's like I'm looking crazy now that the sun is out of the background. Does anybody else remember that? I submitted looks for the 88 search, but other than that, I'm not focused. Yeah, I hate the whole PR search thing. I just jumped to the bottom because I feel like I was falling behind with the comments. I don't agree with. I shared one today on Twitter. It was just like, what brand was it? Hidden Cosmetics, I think. Like, their products look bomb, and they're sitting there like, oh, we're looking for they're announced a PR search, and then they're saying how, oh, we can't send like full collections what would you guys be interested in? And then we're searching for people, but your follower count doesn't matter. But all you have to do is follow our Twitter, follow our Instagram, follow this, follow this. It's like, so if our follower count doesn't matter, why does yours? Why are you trying to gain followers out of searching for PR? Like, it just seems so lazy to me to see brands doing this. It's like, why don't you just do yourselves a favor and check all of your like tags? Because every person that does makeup in like a social media way, they're tagging brands on their Instagram posts and on Twitter. It's like, I can't tell you how many times I tag brands and they don't even acknowledge it. It's just like, what the fuck? You could at least like the picture or something. But it's, I don't know. I hate the whole PR search thing. It is infuriating to me. I was trying to get Jen Loves Reviews to talk about it on her live stream today because I don't know. I always look at it. I'm like, am I just too like attached and too emotional and just like, am I jealous over it? But I don't feel like I am. I think it's more and more apparent to me how, like, when brands do this, it's like, why wouldn't you invest that opportunity in somebody that's already supporting your brand and loves your products? Like, I guess I just don't understand that. I don't see how people sending you pictures of themselves is really benefiting anyway. I forget if it was their brand or another brand. They commented back, they're like, oh, well, we're just doing it to try to basically make us like socialize and interact with each other. It's like, no, that's not what you're trying to do. You're just trying to, in reality, like gain more eyes on your brand, which, okay, it's smart because it makes like your shit trending because people are constantly commenting on it. But it's like, come on, like, you don't know that people that use your brand, like, you don't really think that people want PR? Like, come on. It's just, I think it's just like another manipulation technique almost. I don't know. I just don't like it at all. I hate how like washed out that I look right now. It's driving me crazy. I just saw favorite food, music. Let's see. Seeing you apply the eyelashes makes me want to go get that. Favorite and least favorite food, music. My favorite food is pizza. Anything carbs. I love me some carbs. Carbs, pizza, pastas, chicken riggies. Oh my God. We had Postabilities the other night. They had the best chicken riggies I probably ever had in my entire life. They were so bomb. My least favorite food. This might be weird. I hate the taste of like dill pickles, but I love the smell of them. Anyone else? I'm gonna use my nude sticks in Poppy Girl. I think it's safe to say that my IGTV is probably gonna be a fail because I think I've been out of my camera this entire time, and I think it stopped recording again. IGTV Artist of the Year right here. Judge me. Oh, this is pretty though. Yes, bitch. This reminds me of that Tom Ford blush that Samantha Robinell always talks about that I think is discontinued. She always says like it looks like a sunburn. That's why I bought this one, because I was like, oh, it looks just like that. I need it. Let's see. Have you tried the brand collab at Sally Beauty? I did a long time ago. I actually used to get sent PR from Sally's. They don't send it to me anymore. But I did like a full-blown, like full face of collab. But I actually bought, I think, or did I buy all that? They might have sent me a gift card. I can't remember. I probably said it in the video. But I did a full face of collab. I think a lot of the stuff is pretty good. I think the eyeshadow palettes, from what I remember, because it's been a while since I've used those, the eyeshadows I remember being pretty good, but nothing was like groundbreakingly good. You know what I mean? Let's see. I think Mandy said, oh, it must be talking about the Thomas Halbert thing. Have you tried? Oh, I just read that. Nick Snyder covered it. I think they all did. I agree with about PR searches. Brands. Yeah, come on. That's what it feels. It's like an audition, or I don't know. It gives you the feeling of competition. And like, if you say, from my perspective, it's like when I comment on those, like I started leaving my YouTube channel because I'm like, I wish you would appreciate people's personalities versus just looking at if they could take a nice picture. Because in reality, like, I know people do way better makeup than I do. And it's like that for a lot of people. It's like, we don't do it because we're like necessarily good at makeup. It's because we genuinely love makeup, and it's just fun for us. But like, I get it from a brand's perspective of, they obviously want people that are good at makeup to use their makeup, but it gives you that feeling like, I'm not good enough. And that's where I'm just like, no, this ain't it, sis. And I wish, it makes you feel like, the more that they do this, the less important and considered the consumers feel. Like, so say, I'm just going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills because I feel like were the first people that did that type of thing. I can't tell you how much shit I bought from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And it's like, why are influencers more like why are these brands like bending over backwards to give this type of stuff to people that just do makeup or whatever? Like, what about the people that are buying your products that don't have social media and stuff like that? It's like, why are we like bending over backwards to do all this stuff? It just seems like the more and more I see these things, it's like the less important that I feel that consumers are, like the people that actually buy the shit. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Oh, music. I skipped over that. My favorite, I love so much music. Like, I could not pick, really. It depends on like where I am, what I'm doing. I'm telling you, I love like all sorts of types of music. If I'm like out at a bar, if you hear La Bouche, there's like a 95% chance that I'm at that bar because I play that almost every single time I go out because I love it. It's like, it just depends on what it is. Like, I love like dancey type music. That's mainly what I like. I like country music. I like rock. The only thing I don't like is like hard rap and like that screaming metal, because it's like, I don't understand what they're saying. So that's where I'm like, okay, if I could like bounce to it, or like if it has a genuine like meaning behind it, usually I like it. But it's the stuff that I'm just like, there's no point to this. Like, it's not relatable, nothing like that. That's where I'm just like, okay, I don't care about this. Let's see, what powder do I want to use? I really need to get rid of this flower powder from Flower Beauty. I don't know why it's still in my collection, because that's the worst powder that I have. And it's just sitting in there, but it's got pretty packaging, so I'll give it that. But it's got the worst flashback I've ever experienced. Brit, Latina here. Just curious, how long did you watch YouTube, and how many channels were you subbed to before actually posting? Oh shit, I have no idea. I'm pretty sure I was subbed to maybe like 10. If that. I wasn't really, like, I didn't understand initially like the concept of subscribing and stuff. Like, I would hear people say it, but I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? So I wasn't really subscribed to many people. I was basically subscribed to all the top people that are on top right now. Minus the ones that weren't really there. Oh my god, I watched YouTube for years before I started doing my own videos. I started doing my own videos because I felt like I noticed people changing. Like, you could see that people were in it for certain reasons, and which is fine. I have no problem with people like making money off YouTube or anything like that, because I know like what goes into it, I know the time and effort and the equipment. I understand that. I don't think that YouTubers shouldn't get paid. But I just really started seeing where the priorities were, and it just felt like everybody kind of looked the same. And that's like the only thing that I would do different if I started over. Like, because at first I was like, oh, I feel like I have to be this way to be like recognized or acknowledged within the community. And I still feel like that to an extent, but I don't know, it's so weird because I'm seeing such a change within the community, because there's more and more of like a cry for new faces, new personalities and stuff. Eventually the brands will catch up to that. But right now it's just, they're so worried about PR searches. It's, I hate the entire thought of PR searches. What pushed you to start a YouTube channel? I felt like I couldn't relate to anybody anymore. And I felt like everybody was fake as fuck. I'm like, cause I would see them one way. And this is why I always say, like, I swear in my videos, cause I feel like I was seeing people one way, and then you'd see them on like their Snapchat and Insta story, and they're acting a totally different way, and I'm just like, you're fake. So I was just like, well, let me make my own channel. And if you watch like my old videos, you'll be like, who is this bitch? Like, I'm so uncomfortable, and it's so uncomfortable when you first start. But I just eventually got more and more comfortable, and I'm slowly recognizing where my voice is beneficial, and that's just being a loudmouth bitch and just bringing up the shit that I don't like. I don't know. But I don't know. I felt like everybody was looking the same. They were all talking the same. They were all bringing up the same type of shit. They were all struggling with the same shit. They all came from poor houses. And, you know, I don't doubt that there's some like that, but it just seemed like everybody had like that sob to success story. And that's why I said earlier, I'm like, I didn't grow up like that. Like, I don't want to say I was privileged, but I didn't go without growing up. But I don't know, I just felt like everybody had that same story. And they were homeschooled jungle freaks and traveling to Africa. Like, it just felt like it was the same shit over and over again. I'm like, what is this shit? What happened to like the OG YouTubers? And they're still there. Like, I don't want people to think that the people that have been doing this forever, that they're all the same, because they're not. Like Jam Beauty 89, she is 100% still the exact same, and I fucking love her. But that's what made me start it, is I just felt like everybody was looking and sounding the same. And, you know, I fell into that category when I first started because of how uncomfortable I was. And it's like the only thing you know to do is to like mimic what they're doing, because you feel like that's what's going to get you recognized, and it doesn't. It just makes you look the exact same. And that's where, when I realized that, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to do me and talk however I want. And I'm going to do the things that I want. And now look, we have a community of people that I love. My britches. Let's see. What does your husband do for a living? Do you get along with the kids' other mom? Ooh, this is a topic right here. Shannon owns his own business. He does spray foam insulation and drywall, so he's a contractor. So we own that business. This business right here. Do I get along with the kid's mother? We didn't at first. It was a very, very difficult situation for a long time, like 5 years. Me and Shannon have been together we just had our 4-year married anniversary, and then we've been together for almost 7 years. We like just got to a happy point because it was a lot. I'm not going to get into all that because like if the kids watch that, they don't need to know this, but like they know that we didn't get along, so that's okay for me to say. But yeah, it was really hard for a really long time. And now we're finally to the point, which is awesome. Like Jocelyn just had a soccer game the other day and we all sat together. It's like, this is exactly how it should be. Because in the end, situations like that do nothing but affect the kids. And like them seeing us all sit together was like, you could see how happy it made them. And that's the situation that we want. But for a really long time, there's no fucking way that would have happened, just because of how much tension there was. And it was a hot ass mess. How is my relationship with my parents? I have a really good relationship with my parents. I actually talked to my mom for like 2.5 hours on the phone today. I have a really, really good relationship with them. Like, I was kind of surprised because I don't know if you guys know this. I bought a bar. I was honestly shocked how supportive they were of that. Just because it's like a terrifying situation, but they were just like, if that's what you really want to do. I couldn't believe it. Because in the meantime, everybody else is telling me I'm fucking crazy. And I'm just like, no, I'm not. You do you, homeschool jungle freaks, right? I started getting interested in makeup through Lauren Luke. don't know who that is. Love JB89. Emily Noel, I love her too. I don't watch her all the time, but when I watch her, I'm just like, oh, she's so sweet. It's warm-hearted to hear. Aww. Let's see. My first Binge Fest beauty YouTuber was Michelle Phan. The magic she can do. I know. Where's the bar? It's not open yet. It's still under construction and all that fun stuff. But it will be in Auburn, New York. So if you guys ever want to come, it'll be here. You guys can take a wild guess what the name's going to be. I knew that question was coming. That's why I just said that. Where'd my eyeliner go? Because I need to deepen up the lash line a little bit. Yep, we'll be located in Auburn, New York. If you're not familiar with there, we're kind of near Syracuse, New York. Kind of. Well, yeah, it's near Syracuse. Love my wine. Where is, I need this brush again. This eyeliner. I really need to buy a new Ardent Sea liner. What other questions we got? Let's see. Your bar better be ready by next April so I can turn up for my 21st. Yes, girl. Brit's Barn Girl. Nope, that's not it. We'll play a guessing game. Somebody's got to know it, though. Somebody will know. Yeah, it should. We were hoping it would be open by now, but not even close. We still have a lot of work to do for that. That fucking fly. I swear to God, I can't do a video without a fly. Bridges. That's exactly what the name of it is. But with an apostrophe S. Or not apostrophe. It's like S apostrophe. Do you think influencers do more harm than good when it comes to affecting their audiences and their self-esteem? Absolutely. Actually. I feel like influencers now aren't really mindful about the influence that they have. I feel like they kind of, I don't see nothing wrong with being like luxurious and having designer things. But when you get to a point where you're not relatable, but that's where it's not their fault. It's almost like their followers' fault, because it's like, if you can't relate to this person, then why do you follow them? You know? So it's like, I kind of feel, I shouldn't say that yes, but I feel like it could potentially. But I also feel like their behaviors are what could affect that more than like things that they say, you know? So in those regards, I feel like certain influencers' behaviors could absolutely, could affect it could affect their audiences and self-esteem, because it kind of makes people feel like, oh, I have to be this certain way. Or it's like acceptable for people to act this way, but in reality, it's really not. Like when you see all these influencers acting like shitty human beings, like it sets the example that it's okay to act like this and to let people treat you like this. Like that's where I said with like the whole Jaclyn Hill situation with me, it's like it almost feels to me like I was in an abusive relationship, like an emotionally abusive relationship for like 7 years of my life. And they lied to me and cheated on me the whole entire time. Like that's how it feels to me, because as viewers, we put so much trust in these people and we really shouldn't. But the reality is we do. So part of it's our fault, I think. Part of it is the influencer's fault. Part of it's the brand's fault, I think, because they're endorsing these people and supporting these people. And I don't feel like, I don't know, like I made a post on Twitter. I'm like, why is it like this whole James Charles thing, like he stole an arrangement for the national anthem? It's like he blatantly stole it, claimed that it was like an act of, it was like a stroke of genius. Like he stole somebody else's work. Like how do brands in any industry respect that and support that? What it's like, it's one thing if it's like once, but when it's repeated behavior, and this is like a big reason why I'm not supporting Morphe anymore, because they're consistently supporting these problematic ass people. And when brands are endorsing these people, it's a reflection on the brand. And that's where I've made the decision to be a lot more selective with the brands and the influencers that I'm supporting and giving my money to, because ultimately we have the power. We're like getting back to like the same topics we've talked about in all these videos. But that's okay. Whatever you guys want to chat about. Let's see. When I first started watching YouTube, I had no idea they use Photoshop or use blurring effects in their videos. Yeah, sure do. Some of it's just the camera settings. I love the fact too that like natural skin is, I don't know, it's like people are shifting so much. Like we don't want to see Facetune as much anymore. We want to see people's natural complexions shine through. And that's one thing I really liked about the House Laboratories campaign is they used no Photoshop. It's like everybody's all natural. I love that. And it's like they're kind of getting hated on because people are like, oh, it looks like shit. Well, it's like in reality, makeup doesn't look always flawless and seamless like these Facetune people make it look like. That's why, like, I still edit like my eyes. Like I put details on my eyes and stuff. You'll never see me edit like my eyeshadows though. Let's see. I might have put like black on my lashes a time or two, but just to like, but I don't do it as much anymore just because I feel like people like to see it without that. I moved this off a team and my wallet. I spent so much money trying to copy looks and wondering why it wasn't smooth. Yeah. Do you think Sephora is losing customers because of their 30% scandal and bogus summer? What was the 30% scandal? I don't think I heard anything about that. I hate that kid. So I know. I look at that and I'm just like, I don't understand how people support this behavior. Repetitive, real shitty behavior. Also, Morphe can go suck a D. It's true story. UK, especially Birmingham, called the radio station. That's what. Oh yeah, I remember hearing all about that. It's like, how much entitlement do you really think like you need? Honestly, like he's the definition of entitlement, and that's why I'm like, that's why I'm trying to be so vocal about this shit, because this, like my stepson, he like he is an influence on these children, and this is like these influencers acting this way is teaching kids that this is okay. But when these kids get their asses beat, they'll be like, oh, maybe you shouldn't act like that. I don't know. It's more frustrating to me, and that's why I keep mentioning brands, because they're the ones that are endorsing these kids. They're the ones that are endorsing this behavior. Like, I don't care. That's why I keep saying, I'm like, follower count shouldn't matter. Your personality, your moral, like, it should be more than just like a follower count and how you could take a picture. Like, these brands need to reach out to their influencers that they want to work with, find people that fit their brand, and, you know, invest like your energy into them. Don't just like reach out once and that, I don't know. It's like, I wish they would more focus on building relationships with influencers. Like, I just had a lash brand reach out to me. They were like, oh, we want to do a video in exchange for a review or whatever. And I was like, hey, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I don't feel comfortable doing that because I've never tried your service. If you'd be willing to send me your products, maybe in the future I would feature them in a video or something if I ended up liking them. It was like a big, if this, then maybe I would do a video. I said, but like I could do like an unboxing or something like that. Like they communicated back and forth with me consistently. And the way that we left it, I was like, I don't want to obligate myself to making a video or doing this or doing this. And then I said, because my relationship with you guys is more important than just getting free product. And they were just like, Okay, yeah. If you want to just send us your email, we'll send you the product in hopes that you'll do a video. But if not, like, okay, cool. But we hope you love the product. Like, that's how it should be. It shouldn't be, oh, well, if you're not willing to do a video without trying the product, we're just not going to waste our time. Like that spoke volumes to me. And that's what I'm going to be focusing on. And those are the types of brands that I'm going to support and work with. I reached out to Sydney Grace because I bought her eyeshadows. I said, hey, I would love to have a discount code for my viewers because I have a lot of people asking for it. And I don't need kickback or nothing like that, but I have been really liking them. I would like to have the option to have a discount code. She's like, yep, I'll set you up with one and I'll send it over to you. I'm like, perfect. Yeah, I completely agree. Definitely annoying. Hold on. I had to hide something. Dramatic, problematic BS. Yeah. Is there a... Hold on. Dramatic, problematic BS draws views. Is the problem them or us for watching? I think it's a perfect storm of both completely. I think we should have the common sense, but at the same time, I don't think people realize, like, that's why I did that last video, like the viewers' impact, because I honestly feel like people don't realize what just watching, thumbs upping or downing, like I feel like people really don't understand how it still supports. I think they just look at it like, oh, it's not doing anything if I'm not saying anything or so on and so forth. I don't think they look at it that way. I think we do because we both make videos and we understand how YouTube works, It's so sad because I saw Duchamp being so young and successful, and that motivated me because we are the same age, but sadly he ended up being a total piece of shit. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, it's like, it's so disappointing to see because that's an influential person on kids. And at the time you were a kid, and that's where it's like, yeah, you see that, but it's like, now you kind of step back and look at it, and like, I'm older now. I've seen it from the get-go. Like, I've never supported James Charles because I'm like, you don't have the right intentions. Like, I don't like when people claim to have the intentions of like the viewers' interests impact. Like, I don't feel like they're mindful. Like, I don't feel like they care about you. You know what I mean? I feel like they care about putting money in their pocket. So they're willing to say and do whatever the fuck they have to get to the top. And it's kind of like shame on us because he's always kind of been very vocal about, he's very business oriented. And that's what's always turned me off about him. Because it's okay, if you're business oriented and that's all that you blatantly care about. And like, he's made it known, like, I'm trying to make money. And he's done repeatedly shitty things. Like, there's nothing wrong with making money. But like, when the whole thing with Marlena kicked off and you saw how disrespectful he was to her for somebody that literally paved the way for this platform. No. That's where I like still can't believe that people still support him to this day. Using my Rich Lux Clock the House or Busted the House dreamsicle. The more that I spray this one, the more that I like it. I've liked it from the get-go, but I like it even more now. It kind of gives me like the tanning bed. Like, the smell of it reminds me of, you remember the tanning bed, That just totally like brought me back to that because I used to work there. Let's see. If common sense was common, everyone would have it. Exactly. Oh, thank you, Sarah. How do you feel about Laura Lee? Problematic or no? Yes, absolutely. I believe you are with who you surround yourself with. And when you consistently surround yourself with shitty people, it just is what it is. I've just never really cared for her, though. But I just don't follow anymore. So I don't even know how she is now. But judging by how she was before, I just never clicked with her. Let's see. That's brilliant. So going to he always sounds like he has a handful of marbles in his mouth. And I feel like I kind of feel like it's hard to believe that that's how he really talks. I feel feel like it almost is the mentality of like, if you can't convince him, confuse him. And when he talks so fast, it's just like, it almost confuses you. Let's see. I know what smell you mean. I can't wait to. I know it's like it just reminded me. I just instantly like smells will do that to me. Smells and music, I can instantly like relate it to something. As soon as I took that last whiff, I'm like, I just feel like I just walked into the tanning bed because it's like the lotions, the burnt skin. It doesn't smell like burnt skin, but you know what I mean. It just like I don't know. It just I instantly just thought of that. Also, YouTube keeps trying to push. Yeah. Wonder why that is. Would it be because he's friends with the CEO of YouTube? Probably. That's probably why he gained back all of his followers, too. Would you rate the original animated Beauty and the Beast compared to the I still think the original is better, but I was so happy with the way that they did the live action one. I loved it. I know a lot of people really didn't like it. I loved it, though. I kind of wish they chose a different Belle, though. I didn't love her as Belle. But that was just me, in my opinion. I know people are probably going to go off because I just said that, but that's just my opinion. Could you imagine, though, being her and she's probably remotely my age. Like, I could not imagine having that opportunity to play Belle. Like, if that were me, I would have been, like, shitting my pants the entire time. Let's see. But I still think the original was better. Just because I'm so deeply attached to it. Laura Lee stuff is on sale, 60% off on Whole Look today. Oh, Jesus. Me either. Why does wine keep making me burp all the time? I just unsubscribed to her recently. I feel like everyone forgot Dave Shaw's career started from a lie. I didn't. What is your number one favorite song most listened to? Oh, shit. My most favorite song. I don't know if I have one. I've listened to a lot of songs throughout my life. What palette did you use? I used the Lunar Beauty Strawberry Dream with the Sydney Grace Beauregard Multichrome. Favorite song. Forevermore is my favorite song from Lies Action. Oh. Am I waking up at like 1 a.m.? I'm still trying to think of my favorite song. My favorite song right now. Oh my, I have so many. It depends on my mood. It's way too hard to choose just one, I think. It depends on my mood. I need like by mood. I'm trying to think of from like all time, my all-time favorite song. I don't know. I don't know if I could pick one. Just name a couple. I love Freaky Friday. That's like my favorite song ever. I think it's so funny. Like, I love Lil Dicky because I think he's hilarious and it's just so bad it's so good. Pretty much anything that Lil Dicky does, I love. Me and my husband love Kit Moore. Like, I never understood how people like cry and everything when they see artists or celebrities or anything like that. I never understood that until we saw Kit Moore for the first time. Because it was like a thing when we first got together. It was like we felt like all of his songs from his first album were like about us. It was like they told our story to almost a T. And like I'll never forget it. At least I don't think I'll ever forget it. He comes out and he's just so like rugged and just everything about him is so good. And then he just like held up it must have been a beer. He holds up his solo cup and everybody just starts going nuts. And then he plays the song and it was like our song. And I just started bawling my eyes out and I was just like, what the fuck is going on with me right now? But it was like his music was so, it's still so important to us. Like anytime like summer begins, We open up the garage door, and the first album that comes on is Kip Moore's album, like his very first album, just because we feel like every song is just like about us. It's so weird. We've seen him, I think, 3 times. We've met him twice, I think. Such a nice person. What about current favorite song? I'm really loving Tempo because Missy Elliott is the fucking queen and she's back, bitches. I've been really liking Lizzo. I mean, that's the same tempo. City Girls, loving City Girls. I love like my music ranges it so much. It's like if you could shake your ass to it, I'm in it. I fucking love it. Okay, Kelsey. I'm a country lover for sure. I'm everywhere. What's your favorite season? I love the fall. I love the summer. I like come alive in the summer, I feel like. I love the fall too, but I much prefer summer. Like everybody's like, oh, I want pumpkin spice lattes and shit. I'm like, no, bitch. Fall season just got here. Come on. I love hot weather, bikinis, cocktail. Like I love summer. Summer is just like my vibe. Country songs can definitely make me, yeah, they definitely can. So not metal. No. I also like, some people might expect this because like tattoo stereotypes. Like some of my favorite songs, actually my favorite song probably of all time is A Decade Under the Influence from Taking Back Sunday. That brings back so many memories to me. And I relate music back to so many different things. That's probably like that song, Cute Without the E. Like I used to love Taking Back Sunday. They were my favorite band for a long time. Dashboard Confessional. Oh yeah. Like all that emo shit. Oh yeah, totally. What is the next tattoo you want to get? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I really want to get my body right and get like an under boob tattoo, like one of those badass, like something under my boobs. Maybe like have it going up between. I love tattoos though. I don't know. Do you like Thompson Square? I don't like love them, but I like their music. What's your favorite show to watch as a kid? Boy Meets World. Fucking love Boy Meets World. I still have the entire series because I like every Friday TGIF. Yes, bitch. Who used to watch TGIF? Ribcage tattoos. Ouch. Yeah, I know. That's where I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'll probably end up finishing this because I still have all this. I still have to finish. I still have to get like Gaston, Maurice. Like I want the whole Beauty and the Beast clan. TGIF. Yes. Oh my God. I freaking love it. And then like, now looking back, like I even will watch it back now. That show taught you so, I'm going to turn this light off because it's driving me nuts. It's like that show, it taught you lessons. Like when you look back at it, you're like, wow, Mr. Feeney was a fucking king. You know what I mean? I love it. It was like my favorite show. Favorite show now? Sex in the City. Hands down. Hands down. Sex in the City. I'm going to use Becca Opal because I've been forgetting highlight. Like, what is life right now? We'll put some Becca Opal on. It's not like you're going to see much because my whole face is like a shine box. And go get your shine box. In that movie. I know. I love Boy Meets World. These questions are so fun. I'm like reliving my childhood. Did you watch? Oh, hell yeah. Yup, Goodfellas. Yup. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Oh, yeah. Tell me, though, that Corey and Topanga from Boy Meets World weren't like the ultimate couple goals, though. Oh, what do you think of? Oh my God, I meant to use that tonight and I forgot. Son of a bitch, I still haven't used it yet. Hey, Brit, just now found your life. How's it going? Hey, girl, what's up? It's going well. We're actually just about wrapping it up. I'll probably stay on for about 6 more minutes. Corey and Topanga forever. For realsies. What is your favorite scene in the original Beauty and the Beast? The dancing scene, like the total cliche one. And when he like sets her free. I love her. I think that's probably my favorite. And the new one, then because it choked me up, like swear to God, I'm sitting in the theater with both of our kids and I'm like this close to bawling my eyes out is when they all started like freezing up at the end. Oh, it was so good. Like that, you know what I mean? Like I feel like they captured that movie really well. Are you gonna do a BoxyCharm review? I'm still undecided on how I want to handle BoxyCharm because your guys' feedback on my IG story was wildly unhelpful. Because I asked you guys because I'm noticing more and more that BoxyCharm is only giving us like limited edition or discontinued products, and it's like I want to use them, but some of them I'm just genuinely like, okay, I'll never use these again. I would rather like give them away or something, which I still can if I use them, like give them to friends or family. But it's like I would much rather save them and give them to you guys. But then I kind of look at it like, okay, I feel like a lot of people that probably watch my videos get BoxyCharm, especially since I've been recommending it for like 2 years now. I don't know. I feel like I'm so torn on how I want to do it. I feel like if I'm genuinely interested in the products, I'll probably do a dedicated video. But if it's a month like this month, like I'm only really psyched about that powder, I probably won't. Or I don't know. I don't know. You guys got to tell me what you want me to do. What's a guilty pleasure? And do you have a story of an inside joke between you and your husband? That's why he canceled your BoxyCharm. Guilty pleasure. I love pimple popping videos. Fucking love and popping pimples. Inside joke between me and my husband. I don't think there's any though. I don't think. Not that I can think of, but I love like popping pimples. Like if I see one on Shannon, I'm like, let me get it. Doctor, I think did I hear correctly that they're like demonetizing that channel? Taking off. Oh, thanks for tuning in. Sorry, I was at the Half Cousins. Well, at least you popped in. No, I haven't tried the Hydro Mist and Refresh powder yet. But isn't that the one we got? I got it, but I didn't try it yet. I meant to tonight and I forgot. Love the eye look. Thanks, girl. This doesn't know justice, I swear to God. If you want to see, I'll probably do like pictures since I was totally out of focus the whole time I was recording because I wasn't paying attention. I'll probably do like pictures or something on Instagram. I don't ever use Instagram. Oh man. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to tell you guys. In my Lunar Beauty first impressions video, I said like, cause there's a giveaway. It's still happening. If you go to that video, you'll hear the rules for it. It was originally to follow me on Instagram. I made the decision. I'm like, I don't ever want to make people feel like they have to follow me. So I made the decision to change the rules. All you have to do is comment under that video, either your Instagram handle, if you have Instagram, or just leave a comment of like your favorite part of the video. I have it in a pinned comment, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to make people feel like they have to follow me or subscribe or anything, especially if it's not like some people don't use Instagram. So I'm like, I don't want to make them feel left out. You know what I mean? What was the moment when you were extremely embarrassed? I don't know if I have one. I don't really get embarrassed, honestly. I don't have one that I could think of, like off the top of my hand. Or off the top of my head. Off the top of my hand, what the fuck? I honestly don't feel like I have one. I'm sure there was moments I was embarrassed, but it was never like, yeah, I don't know. That I don't know. Try and use that powder up quickly because the wet feeling doesn't last long. Kind of sucks. Oh, I'll have to try it then. Are you gonna save this for us? Yes, I'll post it. There's been a couple I probably haven't posted, but the recent live streams, I've been posting all of them because you guys actually seem to really like them. So I'm going to keep posting them. It's hard, we're too light. Oh, I didn't know Half Cousins was a channel. I thought you meant like you were at your Half Cousin's house or something. That's amazing. Thank you. No problem. Let's see. Instagram only just let me post. I know, and Instagram's been so inconsistent lately. Like they need to get their shit together. How does Instagram have so many problems always, and like Twitter never has problems? But I don't ever want to make you guys feel left out of giveaways, so it's gonna be just like if like I'm doing it on YouTube, it's going to be like leave a comment of XYZ, or if it's on Instagram, like leave a comment, or it'll be something along those lines, but I won't say like, oh, you have to be subscribed. My one with Gerard Cosmetics was a little different because I want you guys to follow them because they're people that I support, and it was on Instagram. So I didn't see that as a big deal, but I was thinking about it today. I'm like, I don't want to make people feel like that. If you follow me, cool. I obviously love it when you guys do. But I don't want to make people feel like they have to just to feel, because I want you guys to know that I appreciate you just watching my videos. Favorite concert? Probably the first time I saw Kit Moore in New York City, just because of how, like I said, I never understood why people got emotional when they saw celebrities and stuff until I saw him for the first time. And it was just like, I don't know what came over me. And I said earlier, I'm like, me and my husband love each other so much. It's ridiculous. And it's like, we fight hard and we're both so stubborn. We're both like, we clash so hard, but we work so much better. It's like, I don't know. It's like a deep thing. I've never loved a person so much in my entire life than my husband. My eye feels like it's all wonky. I think it's because I didn't put the lashes on or my mascara on before. Oh, thank you, Saber. You guys don't have to do that. But thank you. I appreciate it. Would you rather lick your best friend's foot or have a stranger lick your foot? I'd probably rather lick my best friend's foot because I know the person and I would trust them to not like contaminate me or something. But when you have somebody else you don't know licking your foot, you don't know what's going on that foot, I know. That's like my first impression answer. I didn't open for that reason. Oh, because they were live too? Is that what you were saying? It's such a weird feeling. Feels like you're wiping a wet brush against your face once in a while. Oh, man! Yeah, I'll have to try that. I thought I missed a comment or something. Me and my friends are the same way. I've never loved anyone more than you and Chandler. Such awesome. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's. I was always at the point like I thought I had been in love before until I met him, and then it's. I don't know. It was so weird how like we met and everything. I really want to do a video of me and him, but he's always so uncomfortable in the video. He's just like, I just cheesed the whole time. He's getting more comfortable like on my IG story and everything though, so maybe in the future we'll see. But thanks, girl. Yeah, I feel like I'm too selfish. I don't want to share him with anybody else. That goes back to the kids topic. This fucking fly is driving me nuts. All right, I think that's enough for tonight. What do you guys think? Do you do Patreon? Oh, Patreon, is that what you're talking about? Some UK YouTube channel I follow, I support it like that. I don't. If YouTube keeps up with this shit, I feel like everybody's gonna start doing Patreon. I think we talked about that in like the last video. How YouTube's like demonetizing channels and stuff like that. I feel like a lot more people are gonna start doing Patreon. I don't want to, but we'll see. Oh, thanks, Brandy. Let's see. I agree. Me and my husband is always the best thing about it. Yes. Like when I first met him, it was the worst day of my life because he was such a dick. And then when I met him outside of work, it was just like, oh, you're not that bad. And then at first I wasn't interested at all in him. And then it was just, we just kept talking, and we can do a separate Q&A on that if you want, but I don't know if people care that much. I get back to work myself. Love you though. Have a good night, everyone. All right, so I think everybody's dipping out now. It's 10 o'clock. I need to go to bed. I'm going to try my Hum nutrients again tonight, or whatever the hell they were called. I'll keep you guys posted on those. But again, this was the Lunar Beauty palette with the Sydney Grace eyeshadows. If you've been eyeing these eyeshadows, I will be getting a discount code, or at least I was told that I was. It's not an affiliate code, but if you've been eyeing these, I've tried all three now. I'm going to do a separate video on it, but stay tuned for that. I think the next video I do is going to be I almost said unboxing, decluttering my Sephora loves list, because that's what I do before, like anytime I'm getting ready for a Sephora VIP sale. It was fun. I'll have to catch up. Yes, I know. I've been loving them. So stay tuned for all that. Good night, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you guys like them, keep letting me know, because they're way easier than actually editing and uploading videos. So if you have any other topics for our next live stream, let me know. Twitter, Instagram, community tab on here, whatever. Don't forget to thumbs up before you guys leave. And I'll see you guys probably in, what's today? Sunday, Monday, probably Tuesday. I'll have a new video up. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you again for tuning in, and any super chats, all your guys' love and support. I appreciate it more than you guys know. So thank you. And I hope everybody has a good night or day wherever you are. Bye.